Arsenal have done it again. They are relentless. They are constantly getting it right. Every single time it feels like there's a chink in the armour, they have the answer. And Mikel Arteta deserves a huge amount of credit. When Arsenal were launched out of Europe, I thought that there was a chance that today could have been a potential banana skin. I thought there was a chance that because Crystal Palace had made the move, they had got rid of Patrick Vieira, there was an unknown quality to them. Who knows what could have happened? Arsenal, though, they were not mucking about. They were fantastic from minute one. They were elite. And this team are marching and cruising to a degree towards the title. They are now 8 points clear of Manchester City. 8 points clear going into an international break is symbolic. It's so impressive. Getting themselves into that very privileged position where they have a cushion of 8 points, even though City have a game in hand, it really does feel like the title is heading towards North London. Against Sporting, it felt like everything went wrong for Arsenal. Everything that could have possibly gone wrong for them in Europe went wrong for them. And the ramifications of what was going to happen after that were unknown. And I genuinely believe that there was a chance that something could have happened today. But everything today went right for them. They managed to make it right, even in situations where you thought it couldn't go their way. Rob Holding, for example. Rob Holding coming into a team, trying to replace the irreplaceable, trying to form a relationship in a brand new context. I thought he hit the ground running and I thought he did really well. And that response by Arsenal, by Arteta and by these players to going out of Europe is perfect. And do you know what it does? It demonstrates the resilience. There is a real resilience and backbone to this Arsenal team. I think in previous years, we've looked at the Arsenal team, particularly in the late Wenger era, and there was a vulnerability to it. There was a weak property to it. That is not the case here. They are strong, they are stubborn, they are fighters, and they are resilient. Anytime you think that there is an element of weakness, there isn't. And this team believe that the title could be theirs. Bukayo Saka could be leading his team to a Premier League title at 21 years old. What an incredible achievement that would be for an incredible player. Wayne Rooney took a title, didn't he, at 21 years old. Bukayo Saka could be following in those footsteps. And what a player he really is. This team are fighters. The days of William Gallas crying on the pitch at St Andrews, we need to banish them from our memory because they are no longer applicable to this Arsenal team. This Arsenal team are fighters. They are winners. You could see what it meant to the players and the fans. The cacophony of noise at the Emirates. The fans all singing, all pulling in the same direction and genuinely believing that they are going to win the league. It really is so impressive from them. And I spoke to my cousin, who is an Arsenal season ticket holder, just now. He's a cab driver and he's in the cab driving home, and he said that it's happening. He said there is a belief and a genuine desire from everyone that this is going to happen. And today, it was comfortable. It was exactly what they needed. You've got to say, Holding did really well at centre-back. I thought Martinelli, you know, when I was just talking about the resilience, Martinelli misses the penalty that launches Arsenal out of Europe. How's he going to react? Again, they just have such a belief around them, such a stubbornness. And Martinelli is the personification of that. He misses the penalty midweek and then does that. And I mean, Bukayo Saka, again, excellent. In other news with regards to Bukayo Saka, water is wet. It is the most predictable news of the weekend that we are going to be waxing lyrical about Bukayo Saka. How good is he? Man of the match, undoubtedly. But there were so many good performances. I thought Ben White actually had one of his best games this season. So it really is coming together, and Arsenal are finding rhythm at the perfect time. And Arsenal have now earned their 22nd Premier League win of the season. That is as many as they managed in the whole of last season. They have won 22 games and there is 10 spare, and they've already equalled what they managed to do last season. This Arsenal team are breaking records. This Arsenal team are setting the bar so high, regardless of what goes on from here. For what it's worth, I think they're going to win the league. I've been saying that from day dot as well. You will know that I was telling Don Robbie in November that they were going to win the league. But even if they don't, and I think they will, but even if they don't, this team deserves so much credit, so much praise. They have been so good. They are the youngest team in the league, and they are 8 points clear of Manchester City. It really is a huge, huge achievement. I think on if we're being hypercritical, maybe they looked a bit thin at the back, but so many fresh attacking options that they really do feel like they've got goals in this team. You know, bringing in Trossard was an astute signing. Bukayo Saka always a threat. Martinelli on form. Gabriel Jesus back. They have goals and they are finding rhythm just when it matters. And when you have goals in the team, it always gives you a chance. Look, Holding and Gabriel are going to have to find a bit of balance because I feel like both of them want to attack the ball. But against Crystal Palace, they've got away with it. How that will transpire when they play against Liverpool, Man City, I don't know. They'll have to find a rhythm because they both can't go for the ball as they were doing today. But I believe that Arteta will help them find that rhythm, and they are basically a threat constantly. You know, Bukayo Saka now has 12 goals and 10 assists, and he becomes the first player to reach both 10 goals and 10 assists in the Premier League this season. Arsenal, again, were excellent. They were well worthy of this victory and a 4-1 win at home. It's a handsome victory off the back of losing in Europe, a competition that I'm sure that they wanted to win. But they are now going into the international break with an 8-point lead over Manchester City. And that is all that matters. What an amazing performance from them. It really was incredible. And now, when you analyse this Arsenal team, when you think about how impressive Mikel Arteta has been, I think that we can genuinely talk about Mikel Arteta being manager of the season, even if it doesn't go their way. The easiest thing to do now is to focus on Bukayo Saka or just, talk about the impact of Granit Xhaka or whatever. But I think that we really do need to, in this video, focus on Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta has elevated this Arsenal team to a level that I did not think they were capable of. He is definitely in contention for being manager of the year, even if Arsenal do not win the league. It's such a rare occurrence for the manager of the year to be given to a team that do not win the league. It's so rare. I think Tony Pulis won it for a season at West Brom, and Jurgen Klopp obviously won it last year. But apart from that, the manager of the year will always go to the team that win the league. I am now making a case for Mikel Arteta being manager of the year, even if it goes wrong for Arsenal in the league. Even if somehow Manchester City manage to eclipse Arsenal and claw back this, in my opinion, insurmountable 8-point lead. Mikel Arteta has done the impossible. He has made Arsenal winners. He has made them genuine contenders for the Premier League title, going up against a behemoth club in Pep Guardiola and Manchester City. So for me, Mikel Arteta deserves the plaudits today. But obviously, you could pick virtually any player in this Arsenal team. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching this video. I'm going to be totally frank with you. I am very depressed that Arsenal got the victory today. They were amazing though. So I really do appreciate you watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, please give it a like. I would love to welcome you into this community. So please consider clicking that subscribe button. See you all in a bit. Cheers.